Good morning. Yes, yes, yes. It is 3:36 and I have been up since 2 a.m. just getting downloads and getting wisdom that I wanted to share with you guys. Yeah, I know ain't nobody up. I know probably nobody's watching, but this shit is too good and I had to share it with you guys, okay? So, I've been dealing with betrayal this week. I've been dealing with betrayal and Spirit has been teaching me a lot about how to gain trust in a person, or like what is the formula to trust a person, because everybody wants trust. Now for me, and I'm only speaking to my tribe, I ain't speaking to nobody else, but just for my tribe, love is something that is easy to get from me. I'll give you my damn love. That shit is free. That shit is free. But trust is something completely different. Good morning, Vincent. What the hell you up for? Why you up? Okay, I know why I'm up, but why you up? Okay, so like I said, my love, I can give you that for free. But if you are going to enter into a intimate, committed relationship with someone, love is not the only thing that's required. Trust is also required. Respect is also required. Now, I know, as I said, my love is given freely. Respect has to do with what you are doing or your daily way of being that makes logical sense to me. I can respect you and not even like you. Please understand the difference. As I said, I can respect you and don't even like you. I respect Donald Trump simply because I believe that he is being the truest version of himself. But do I fucking like him? No. And in a committed relationship, let me say it again, you are going to need love, which I give freely. Some people, you gotta body love and shit, but I give my love freely. You gotta have love, you gotta have some respect, and you gotta have some trust. But what I'm talking to you guys about today is just the trust factor. You see, I am an empath and I run a group and I coach a group that is filled with empaths. And my purpose is to turn disempowered empaths into empowered empaths, or what I like to call alpha empaths, people that lead the fucking charge, okay? Here's the truth though. Here's the truth. You have to know the darkest parts of a person. You do. You got to see what they look like in survival mode. Or you got to at least, they have to be able to tell you what that shit looks like. They got to be able to communicate it. You need a documented record or some shit. You really, really do. Because when a person is in survival mode, you get a lot of wisdom. One of the things that are one of the wisdoms that you get is you learn and you get to see how they fight. When a person is in survival mode, they are willing to do anything to live, to keep their head above water. And they develop their fighting style in that when they're in that survival mode. When I am in survival mode, and I'm glad that I recognize that in myself. You see, after I got divorced, yeah, my ex-husband, he did something that really, really hurt me. And what it caused is it caused my darkness to come out. Baby, the darkest parts of myself, parts of me that I didn't even know fucking existed. I didn't even know it fucking existed. I was like, literally, I know now because my survival mechanism kicked in. I know now that I'm capable of murder. I know it. I don't have any illusions about who I can be once I'm in survival mode. I'm capable of murder. Not only am I capable of that, I'm capable of murdering you and trying to get away with it. I'm capable of that too. Premeditated murder. I understand that too. I'm capable of sabotaging you and setting your ass up. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. And I didn't like the ugliness that came out of me, but I'm also proud of myself because in order to get me, I'm an empath, remember, in order to put me into survival mode, you have to keep hitting and hitting and hitting and hitting me. And then I get pushed into a corner. And when I get pushed into that corner, all fucking bets are off. Now, the quickest way to push me into that corner is not by going after me. Because as I said, you can keep hitting and hitting and hitting me, and I'll kind of take it a little bit because for the most part, I think I'm stronger than most people. I can take more blows than most people. I have a tougher skin than most people. But when you fuck with those that I love, like my children, are people that I consider to be my spiritual family. Yeah, survival mode taught me how to fight with no morals. And I used to feel guilty about that shit. I no longer feel guilty about that shit. If you come after me and those that I love, I'm going for your throat, and fuck morals. Because when you are fighting against a person that has no fucking morals, you handicap yourself by anchoring yourself in a belief of morality. Oh, I know y'all don't want to hear that. I know y'all don't want to hear that, but I got to be real with you. And that was a very, very hard lesson for me to learn. I learned that I was handicapping myself in a fight talking about morals, because you can't fight with morals and expect to win with a person that don't have none. So I had to give up that belief system. And that belief system kind of came from Christianity, that type of thing. But baby, you come after my children? Oh no, I'm going to get down and fucking dirty with you. And a warrior came out. And I'm so honored to know that fucking warrior. So you need to know that side of yourself. You got to know that side of yourself. And if you are committing to someone, if you are marrying someone, you better fucking know they warrior too. You better fucking know. You gotta see if they are the type of person that's gonna fight and kill you in your motherfucking sleep. You better know this motherfucking shit. How can you trust them if you don't know what they look like and how they fight when they're in survival mode? You didn't piss them off. You married to them and you fucking laying beside them, and they warrior come out, and they warrior is more like a sniper. That now see, I'm not a sniper. That's not really my fight style. So shit, a fucking sniper might be able to get me, but I'm more of I'll set your ass up, but I'm gonna let you know I'm motherfucking coming for you. That's kind of how I am. I'm kind of proud like that. I'm like, bitch, here I am. Let's fucking fight. So that's one side of me. You gotta know that dark side of people. The other side that you need to know is you need to know the authentic side of people. You see, you recognize that darkness. You recognize that warrior in the dark side of people. But a person, you'll never be able to really and truly all completely trust a person until you know who they are without their mask. A person has to get into the state of empowerment, because power and power and sex and what's the last thing? I can't think of it right now. But these are the things that, money. That's what it is. Power, sex, and money. Those, when a person has access to a lot of that, their truest self, their highest self, their truest character comes out. Their truest character comes out. See, you need to know, hey, a person will be kissing your ass when they are in survival mode. And that'll be a mask. But as soon as they have some power, they're going to treat you completely different. Think about Joseph in the Bible. Think about Joseph in the Bible. Here he is with his brother being all shit. I bet he was an asshole. Here you are, you my little brother, and you sitting up here telling all your older brothers that you having dreams that they going to bow down before you and kiss your ass. That's some bullshit. It really is. And if I was them older brothers, I'd be sick of Joseph motherfucking ass too. And not only do you have the nerve, see, you could have kept that shit to yourself. You could have kept that shit to yourself, but you was arrogant. You was an arrogant little shit. Yes, you was. Okay. And Joseph, if you hear me in the spirit realm, you know you was. So, it's all good, whatever. So look, he was an arrogant little shit. And not only did he tell his brothers that, but he told his mama and daddy. He was like, not only are all my older siblings going to be bowing down before me and kissing my motherfucking ass, but mama and daddy, y'all motherfuckers going to be bowing before me too. Hey, what is he, a teenager or some shit? And you going to let some shit like that come out your mouth? That's what you gonna do? However, here is how you see Joseph's character. He went through a time of survival. Here he is with Potiphar's wife. He is in survival mode here. And even when he is in survival mode, he chose to fuck Potiphar's wife. He chose not to, he chose not to do that. However, when he got into power and his brothers came back to Egypt, because they were in survival mode now. They were looking for something to eat. They were saying, if we don't get sustenance, we are going to die. They are in survival mode. But Joseph now has power. He has power, right? And so they step to him. And Joseph, you get to see how his mind works. He starts playing mind games again. He starts playing mind games. He's like, let me test these bitches. Let me test these bitches because I remember what these motherfuckers did to me. So he's playing mind games with them, calling them in, feeding them and shit, making them feel safe. That's what he's doing. And I ain't mad at him for it. I ain't mad at him for it at all. But he's still showing you that he's still an arrogant little shit. He's still saying that shit, okay? And then he puts a golden goblet or something. He plies them with food and drink and then tells them, I'm going to feed you and I'm going to feed your family. And they think they just cool and shit. Joseph drew his enemies closer to him. This is a strategy for how his mind thinks. And then he set their ass up. That's how I be thinking, right? So he put a wine goblet or something in their bag and then came back to them and said, which one of you motherfuckers stole from me? Knowing goddamn well now one of them stole. See, he was able to do that and show more of his arrogant nature because he had power. He had power, so he was able to play mind games. Now, he could have just said, oh, I fucking forgive and I'm just moving the fuck on. He didn't do that shit until later. Let's just recognize who he is, okay? So then he does this because he's thinking like a chess player, and he says, the one thing I want to do is I want my little brother, because these motherfuckers might, fuck over my little brother too. So he says, in order for me to release you, because I have the power to kill all you bitches now. And he could have. But he wanted his little brother, Benjamin. So he said, in order for me to release y'all motherfuckers, you got to go get your younger brother, because all of y'all are some no good fucking liars. So go get Benjamin. So they went back and they got Benjamin. Okay. Now, here's Benjamin. He could have said, hey, little brother, here I am. But as I said, he was an arrogant little shit. Okay. So he plies him with food, plies him with drink again, and then put something in Benjamin's bag. He put something in Benjamin's bag. And he was like, oh no, Benjamin done stole something. See, you're getting to see how Joseph acts with power. He still plays games and shit. He still does. Now, I know that you've probably been Christianized and you've been only looking at the good side of him, but you also need to recognize the dark in him. And you need to do that with everybody. Everybody, starting with yourself. And secondly, starting with anybody that you choose to fuck, have children with, marry, or have some type of committed relationship. You better know they light and they're dark, because if you don't, you are not going to be able to trust them, okay? You're not going to be able to trust them. So we have another comment here. I am humble when I owe somebody. After I'm debt free, I don't become arrogant. I'm still grateful for the help. That is absolutely beautiful that you're saying that, Roderick. That's a beautiful thing. But I'm talking about knowing your darkness, how you act when you are in survival mode. You have to know all aspects of a person before you commit. So Benjamin is here. And as I said, Joseph wants his brother. But he wanted more than that, because once his brother came, he could have just got his fucking brother and been done with it. No, he wanted to play mind games, and he wanted his fucking brothers, the older ones that had did him wrong and tossed him into the slaver's pit and sold him into slavery. He wanted to see their fucking heart. He wanted to see their heart. So when he took Benjamin, they confessed and they said, oh shit, karma is coming back to bite us in the motherfucking ass. It's coming back to bite us in the ass. The reason why this is happening to us is because of what we did to our brother Joseph. Now, Joseph is hearing this. He's hearing this. And as he's hearing this, his heart softens. See, it wasn't soft before then. That motherfucker was angry, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. He was angry. They did some fucked up ass bullshit to him, okay? They were still brothers. They were still family. And yes, he was being an arrogant little shit, but they had to be that goddamn jealous that they had to sell him to the slavers. Yes, he was walking around in his Gucci coat. Yes, he was walking around in his Gucci coat, talking about, look at how fly I am. Look at how swagged out I am. Daddy bought me Gucci, and y'all sitting up here wearing Walmart jeans. That's what y'all wearing. Y'all wearing Wranglers and shit. So he didn't have to do all that. He didn't have to do all that, but he did it. And he shouldn't have did that shit. That was not wise. So like I was saying, his heart softened. His heart softened. So you also have to know, in order to trust a person, you also, when they're mad, you have to know what it takes to soften their heart. You have to know that. Now, listen, when I got married, I didn't know my husband's dark side. You see, I married him under the illusion that he would always be light. That was my stupidity. That didn't have shit to do with him. And when times got rough, when winter came, and winter comes to everybody's relationship, it does. And winter is meant to kill off everything that is not healthy. And when the winter of our marriage came, I saw my ex-husband's dark side. And I didn't know how to deal with it. Not when I saw his dark side, I also didn't know how to reach his heart. I didn't know how to reach his heart. And to be honest with you, I was incapable of reaching his heart because the only thing that could have reached his heart while he was in his dark state was my vulnerability. But without trust, because you don't know a person, you don't know them in their darkness, you don't know them how to reach their heart when they're in their darkness. I couldn't become vulnerable to him because I didn't completely understand him. And yet I had committed my entire life to him. That was stupid as fuck. Stupid, 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 stupid. So here's the formula. You got to understand a person's dark side. You got to understand how to reach their heart when they're in their darkness. And it typically comes through vulnerability, especially if you're a woman. If you want to know how to reach your man's heart when he's doing that bullshit, become vulnerable. But you have to be strong enough to be vulnerable when he's acting like an ass. And I'm not going to lie to you and sugarcoat no shit. That shit takes extreme courage and extreme bravery. And I can understand if you don't have that, but I'm telling you, that's what it takes. But it only works. The vulnerability only works if that man loves you. If it don't fucking work and you being all vulnerable and shit, you just gonna get your motherfucking heart broke. That's what's gonna happen. Okay. So you gotta know how they fight. And you gotta see them when they have power, because that's going to reveal the truest sense of their character. I hope that makes sense to you guys. I'll see you again at 8:30 and go y'all ass to sleep. It is 3:53. Good morning. Good morning. I love you. And I'll talk to you at 8:30. Today I'll be bringing on a guest. His name is Adrian Moreno, and he is a spiritual fitness coach. And he's going to be talking about the spiritual side of being fit. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.